In this video, I want to have a look at finding a percentage of a quantity using a diagram. So this is without using our calculators. So what we're starting with is we know that 100% of the amount is $260. And we want to break that down so that we can answer these questions down here. So if we have 100% is $260, if we follow this branch over here, we want to know what 50% is. Well, 50% is going to be half of whatever 100% was. So what we're going to do is we're going to divide by 2. So 260 divided by 2 would give us 130. Now if we want to go from 50% to 25%, that's going to be half again. So we'll divide by 2 again, and that would give us 65. Now if we go along the other branch, if we know that 100% is $260, then 10%, to get from 100% to 10%, we would have to divide by 10, which means that we need to do 260 divided by 10 as well, and that would give us 26. Now, if we want to go from 10% along this branch to get to 1%, we're going to have to divide by 10 again. So 26 divided by 10, that would move the decimal point one more place, so it would be 2.6. But because we're talking about money, I'm going to put a 0 on there as well, so $2.60. All right, if we come back to our 10%, if we've got 10%, we want to go down to 5%. 5% is half of 10%, so we would divide by 2. And 26 divided by 2 would give us 13. All right, along this last branch, if we've got 10% is 26, and we want to know what 20% is, then that's going to be double. So we'd have to times by 2. So 26 times 2 would be 52. And then one more, if we know that 20% is 52, then that means that 40% would be doubled again. So I'll times by 2 again. And 52 times 2 would be 104. So we've got all these different amounts now, and we can use those to help us answer these questions. If we wanted to know what 30% of all of these should say $260, not $480. That's copied and pasted from somewhere else. So all of these should say 260. Okay, so if we wanted to know what 30% of 260 is, there's a couple of ways you could go about finding it. You could say, okay, well, I know that 10% is 26, so I'm going to do 26 times 3. Or you could say, I know that 10% is 26 and 20% is 52, so I could add those two together because 10% plus 20% would give me my 30%. So I could do 52 plus 26. Or you could do something like 25% plus 5%. So you could do the 65 plus the 13. So there's lots of different ways that you could make up that 30, but they're all going to give us the same answer. So our answer for that one is going to be $78. All right, our next one, we've got 22%. So 22%, again, there's probably more than one way to do it, but I think I personally like thinking about it as 52 because that's our 20%, and then adding 2 lots of $2.60 on. So if we add 1 lot of $2.60, that'll be 21%, and then we'll add another $2.60 on there as well. So all up, that's going to give us $57.20. Our next one is 41%. I think the most straightforward way to do that one is the 40% plus the 1%. So I'm going to go 104 plus $2.60, which would give me $106.60. The next one's 70%. For 70%, I'd probably go 50%, so that 130. 50% plus 20%, which would be my $52. Again, there's probably more than one way you can make that up, but that's what I'm going to go with. So 130 plus 52 would give me 182. And the last one is 95. So 95, I could go 100% minus 5%, so I could go 260 minus 13. Or I could do, say, the 50% plus the 40% plus the 5%, because 50 plus 40 is 90, plus that 5 as well. So I could do 130 plus 104 plus the $13, sorry. So like I said, there's lots of different ways to do it, but any way you make up that 95%, as long as you do your calculation correctly, you're going to get the same answer. So for this one, it would be $247. So this is one way of thinking about breaking down a number to be able to find different percentages of that quantity.